What up, though? Champ to this
Yo,
boy. Week one is week one. Champ. Y'all gonna see this a lot. Y'all gonna see this a lot. The champ's in here. What
yeah.
up, though? Mr. CEO is Jay. We in
What's
here for
good,
week
J Bay's
one.
World?
We've been waiting a long time for this, man. How you feel?
I feel good. We back. We back, bro. I'm ready to get after this money. I'm ready. I'm ready for these Saturdays. I'm ready for hoodie weather. I'm ready to see people get hit. Big
I
Ten
ain't gonna lie,
football,
man. I ain't ready for
SEC
the hoodie weather.
football. I'm ready, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't ready for the hoodie weather, man. But I love this season. I love this season. Man, week one, man, we were waiting a long time. How you think about week zero? What you think about week zero?
uh, from what I saw, a lot of sloppy football, which is to be expected. I mean, at this point, I feel like watching Iowa State and Kansas State over there. Like, what was even the purpose, really? You send them all the way across the globe. They were in bad conditions. I almost feel like either do away with week zero or give us some more games on week zero because you really didn't get. I mean, that was a good game, but the rest of the games was kind of peon shit. Like, I don't
Mm-hmm.
even care about Hawaii and Stanford. Kansas beat up
Yeah,
on a Fresno State team. We don't even really know what they about. Like, I
not at
don't know. Either
all.
get rid of it or put some more teams to it. You know what I mean? That's my feeling. What about you?
Gotcha. Yeah, like I said, that game across seas, I think it was like that last year. It's like it's always
Yeah.
raining, the field always bad, the game sloppy. I feel like they didn't even get a first shake in that game, how bad the weather was.
Yeah.
Stanford and Hawaii both trash. That's what I got out of that game. I actually liked them a lot worse. And ready to fade them coming up. Hawaii quarterback looked a little bit decent, but he looked like he pretty hurt with that ankle. And then Kansas, like you said, you don't know, man. EJ Warner, man. They say he looked good in the first half. He ain't look good in the first half either to me either.
No, he
Yeah,
didn't.
he not hurt. He not Kurt. That's what we can say right there. But yeah, let's go and jump up into this, man. We're gonna go, as y'all will find out during the season. Your boy Jay Ohio State fan. So we're gonna jump on that one first. What you think? We got a 2.5 Ohio State at home.
Um, I'm taking Ohio State to cover the spread, and
Okay.
I'm just gonna put it to you like this: home court advantage in college football is like no other. Texas is flying all the way across the globe or across country. Everybody got them like, oh yeah, they should come over there, put belts to ass and all of this. Dog, it's Ohio State. Now, Arch Manning, I get why Texas has all that hype. He looks like he could be one of those ones, but we really don't know. We about to
Mhm.
find out. The
Yeah.
other thing about Ohio State is they got the best player in the country.
Hmm.
They have the best player in the country. It's not even a doubt. He would have been a top 10 wide receiver pick, top 10 pick in the
Hmm.
NFL, probably top 3 if he'd
Hmm.
have went this year. With that being said, everybody's like, oh, well who's going to throw him the ball? It don't matter because Will Howard was not that last year.
Hmm.
Before that, Cal McCord was not that. Whoever they put back there, I know it's Julian Saying or whatever,
Hmm.
long as he's serviceable, Ohio State is going to be Ohio State. Now, I expect Texas to be competitive,
Okay.
but I got Ohio State winning by probably about. I'm gonna take them to cover the spread, but I expect them to win by about 3, anywhere between 3 to 7. I think Texas will be competitive, but coming to Ohio State,
Hmm.
like unless you're Michigan, and that's only recent, you
Hmm.
come to Ohio State, bro, you usually leave on the plane with a sad face.
I actually disagree with you on that one. I'm not gonna play Texas until it hit 3. I honestly think it's gonna go to 1.5. So it's at 1.5 and it's at 2.5. You can see it both. It's not gonna hit 3 because everybody about to be on Texas. The way I look at it, we only had a small sample size, but I still think Texas got the better quarterback. I think they both loaded. If you look at PFF rankings, Texas got top 10 D line, linebackers, and secondary. Ohio State top receivers. They top 10 in receivers. It's talent everywhere. And I love
Ohio State got a
I think
strong
Drew.
secondary too.
Yeah, and I love Max. I think his name Max from Purdue, that tight end
Yeah, yeah.
that came over. I do like him. What I do think gonna hurt Ohio State, and we talked about this in the preview show for the futures. I really think losing Jim Knowles gonna hurt them. But I think on top of that, it's the first game of the season. Y'all lost your offensive coordinator and your defensive coordinator. It takes time to learn all that. And on top of losing both of them, you got a new quarterback who got to learn a new system, who hasn't even been in a big game like this. Like, you know what I'm saying? He has not been in one big game like this. And you have Arch Manning, who did play last year against Georgia. He did come in against some good teams to get a little bit. I think while watching the spring game, it seems like Ohio State defense not as good as it was last year. It was a couple plays they gave up in the middle of the field. I was surprised with Caleb back there. Ohio State, y'all lost 4-star linemen. I think that's going to be huge. One thing I don't like, I don't like Steve Sarkisian. I don't trust him. I normally bet against him. But in a game where I think I got the better quarterback with a little bit more experience, I think talent on both sides, I would definitely take Texas on the 3. I think Texas is going to win the game. I don't think it's going to be a blowout because of how y'all receivers. Another thing I think to hurt y'all too, I don't think y'all got the running backs y'all had last year. What helped Will Howard last year is y'all having Henderson and Judkins. That helped them a lot. And so you got a new quarterback who's going to come in without a strong running game. If you game plan right, just like I was saying in the NFL, when you got a one-dimensional team, you can kind of focus. I remember last year, Texas brought back a lot of starters from last year on defense.
Yeah.
Remember your boy, I'm drawing a blank, the receiver.
Which one? Ohio State. About Ibuka, or you talking about Jeremiah?
Yeah, Jeremiah. He had 1 catch for 3 yards last year in the against Texas. And the reason that happened is they just like, I'm gonna focus solely on him. So now it's gonna be a little bit easier to focus solely on him because you ain't really got to. You might have a gym that step up in the running game, but as of now, I don't know if you got a running game.
We had a third. Okay, no, you're right with the running game. We had a third receiver. I expect big things out of Tate this year, bro. Number 17, look out for him. So bro, and I don't mean this disrespectfully. You could put a 2-star quarterback out there, and he's gonna move the ball against every team out here. Now, will he win the game? No. But if he's got a gun and he can throw the spots, these cats gonna be open. And on top of this is Ohio State. It's just like Texas and I wouldn't even put Texas up there. I'm gonna say Ohio State, Georgia, Alabama, Oregon, a couple of these places. It's no rebuilding. They reload. So whoever is waiting on the bench, there's a guy up there right now that's 18 years old that's probably colder than some of these cats that's starting, but he got to wait his turn. That's how Ohio State roll, bro. I'm confident. But he got a low-digit number out there and he in the backfield, let's go.
Well, I got an argument to go because Kyle McCord didn't really move the ball much when he played 2 years ago. Not against good teams. Kyle McCord sucked against good teams. And guess who he had at receiver? He had a top 10 receiver, another top 10 receiver. He had 2 top 10 NFL receivers and couldn't move the ball. I'm not saying Sans Kyle McCord, but we don't know whether he's Kyle McCord or whether he's Stroud. And so I'm hoping he in the middle at least. But if he's Kyle McCord, they're not beating Texas.
Yes, they are.
No, Kyle McCord would have not beat Texas.
Will Howard would not beat Texas. Like, hold on, Will Howard beat Texas.
Listen, Will Howard is better. Well, I mean, we can. That's the argument we had in the past.
Okay. We'll leave it alone.
But Will Howard, the way he looked in the Ohio State offense was way better than what Kyle McCord looked in that same offense. Kyle McCord didn't look decent until he went over to play Syracuse to play bums. When he had to play a real man division, he was bad. Will Howard actually stepped up in the playoff games and looked good. So that's 2 different levels.
I ain't mad at it. I got Ohio State, bro. I ain't gonna tell you to bet the house. Put a unit down. It's early morning. Let's get some money to play with later in the day. Ohio State.
For sure. We're going to jump on to that next one. We got LSU and Clemson. LSU at Clemson. Clemson minus 3.5 favorite. Over under 57.5. What we got?
Bro, I like Clemson to win the game, but I don't think they cover. LSU has got a game-ran quarterback, bro. That dude can ball. This is B. Kelly's, 3rd year down there? Every time he's been around, he's been able to move the ball. Defense is where he struggled a little bit. It's time for him to show improve. I think they play their tails off. Clemson been drinking the Kool-Aid. They believe they're the best team in the nation. I think they find themselves in a firefight, win the game on a 2-minute drill, and kick a field goal. So I'm taking LSU. LSU plus 3.5, and hopefully it climbs to 4.5. 4.5. I'm on it for sure.
Oh, you on the heavy?
Yes. I think they're gonna give. And plus, the other thing about Clemson, even though they made the playoffs last year, they are notorious for starting the season slow, getting punished these first games. I don't know what happens. Remember last year against Georgia, they lost by like 200 points, bro. They got beat up bad. And the year before that, wasn't it Oregon that punished them? Somebody, they tend to lose these first games real bad, bro. So I just don't think they're going to be the powerhouse. Because come mid-season, Clemson's going to be one of these teams competing for a championship.
Yeah.
Tough first game. I think they end up in a dogfight.
Yeah. I actually think Clemson covered the 3.5.
Okay.
I'm going to have an R play on this one. I'm not going to push it up. I'm going to push it down just because y'all going to learn. We like key numbers around here. You want to get your key numbers. You're going to win more than you lose. If you know what you're talking about, if you play the key numbers. Brian Kelly, that's negative for me. Brian Kelly in Clemson is another negative for me. So I started with double negatives already. So I was on Clemson with just those two facts. I do like the quarterback, Nussmeier. He is a gunslinger. He did lose his receivers. He did lose his running backs are decent. One thing, they do have a shaky O-line, and their secondary is horrendous. This game, mark my words, y'all. Y'all know how it's always some games you think going to be close, and it's not. I don't think it's going to be to that extreme, but it's going to be similar to Clemson and Georgia last year, but it's going to be the other way. Y'all going to go in. Kelly going to go in, hype, coming in, shaking his collar. Let's play the game. And I think Clemson going to run these boys. What the problem going to be is Nussmeier not going to have a run a game. His receivers, I don't see a superstar out there. And his offensive line shaky. So Clemson D-line is going to be one of the probably top 3 D-lines in the country. He's going to be on his back all day. Where LSU's shaky secondary, Klubnik, he about to go deep. And remember what we said in that preview show.
Okay.
They coming for revenge this year. Y'all talking all that smack about Dabo? He coming for revenge this year. He about to come out, put his foot on the pedal, and they about to beat their ass.
Now, that's something I did not know. I thought this was at a neutral site. I didn't know they was in Death Valley. Or the other I guess LSU is Death Valley and they Death Valley. So I'm going to call Clemson, since they ain't won a championship, the other Death Valley.
Yeah,
but you're right.
Let me double check. Did you double check?
Yeah, that's what I was looking down at. I double checked because it is they're in Clemson. I didn't know. I thought they were on neutral ground, but that don't change nothing for me.
Okay.
I like the home court advantage, but I just think Clemson just starts slow for some reason, man. That's one of my main reasons. If they were known to come out and just be gangbusters off rip, I'd be more comfortable. But
LSU the same though. LSU lost last? Didn't they lose last year?
They lost to USC, but they was putting that. But they didn't get smacked. Like Clemson came out and they got taken behind the woodshed. I'm talking about old school.
So they played Georgia. They lost to USC. You saw how bad USC was that season?
They ended up bad, bro. And they wasn't gonna be that bad because remember they benched Miller Moss. But either way, no excuses, man. We're going. We on different sides.
Different sides of this one. And I'm thinking if it was 2.5, I would champ chain it. We would we're gonna do the champ chain best this year. Y'all just keep up. Anytime we disagree strongly and we like both sides and we like the number, we're gonna go head to head. And the winner next week gonna wear that champ chain, man. And the winner gonna talk shit because I love to talk shit, man.
Okay.
Let's go on to the next game. We got Georgia Tech -4.5 favorite at Colorado, over under 51.5. I'll go first on this one. I know you went first the last couple times.
Go ahead.
I watched Colorado spring game, and I didn't even see. I didn't see they got any transfers that came in after that. Colorado don't have a running game. Their receivers can't separate. They O-line small. They got a decent secondary. It ain't gonna matter against Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech run the ball like 40 times a game. Last year, per PFF, when teams ran for 170 plus yards versus Colorado, they was 4-4. Now, of course, it was a different team, and that's what makes it even worse. They was 4-4 last year with that team they had last year, who was pretty good. I like Colorado last year. If that was the same team this year, I definitely wouldn't do it. But with this team, and I like Deion, that's my dude. Must be the money. That's my dude. I know you like Deion. You know what I'm saying? Like, we grew up. I love that video. I know he can't rap, man. I used to rock that video. I like him. I just think he's gonna be in for it this year. They started the quarterback from They finally picked the starting quarterback. They just picked him like a couple days ago. Oh, Caden Salter. Caden Salter got a strong arm, but he's inaccurate. He's actually a running quarterback. Colorado just beginning of the season got to change their whole offense. They had a whole different offense last year. They got to change the whole. So you not only I think they're small, they don't have a good running game, they don't have a good receivers. They're actually even worse because they got to change their whole offense. So we got the Haynes brothers. They're not real brothers, but I call them the Haynes brothers. I love the way Georgia Tech played last year against Georgia. Georgia has a good defense and always has a good defense. For Haynes and Haynes to put the numbers up against Georgia last year was impressive. When they step on the field versus Colorado with those options and stuff like that, it's going to be over. I think they're going to at least win 7 to 10 points. What you got?
I'm just going to be honest with you, bro. Colorado. I'm taking Colorado with the points, bro, for a couple of reasons, man. Colorado's at home. Georgia Tech going to fly cross country again. I don't like this flying cross country. Then you're going to play at a different altitude, and you're just going to run with two dudes, Haynes and Haynes, bro. You're just going to run the ball.
Mm-hmm.
We're not talking about Georgia. We're talking about Georgia Tech.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the only reason we even know Georgia Tech exists is because Calvin Johnson came out of there and Demaryius Thomas, RIP. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Two great wide receivers. They didn't even catch the ball down there. They were blocking. So I know they changed up the offense. It's a little more exciting. Last year, Georgia Tech was 7-6, bro. 5-3 in a sorry-ass ACC.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's go to Colorado and just look at some things that we got going on. Running back coach, Marshall Faulk. That's a Hall of Famer, bro.
Okay.
Defensive line coach, assistant defensive coordinator, Warren Sapp, Hall of Famer, bro.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
Dion just came back from cancer. Literally. Came back from cancer. Carucci was by his side.
Mm-hmm.
You telling me this team ain't going to be turned up at home to just get out here and dog walk somebody? Georgia Tech? Mm-hmm. Now, if it was one of these other teams, I'd be like, all right, I feel you. I'll be damned if I see a Warren Sapp coach team get the ball ran down their throat, pause, no Diddy, all of that. It's not happening, bro. It's
BYU did it last year. You already seen it. BYU did it last year. You already seen it. And Kansas.
No, I saw Kansas do it. BYU, that ain't count. Had them clowns that opted out for
what?
The game. I didn't know. Hold on.
Another question.
They lost to Kansas State. Had to throw the ball. That was one of the losses. I remember Kansas called them. I felt like slipping. And then BYU, BYU was the
bowl game.
Bowl game. And half them cats opted out. So bro, it's not happening.
Those dudes played. But I do got a question for you though.
Yes.
When is Warren Sapp, Marshall Faulk, and Dion suiting up for Colorado?
Don't matter.
Because if they're not suiting up,
it don't matter.
Give me
it don't matter. It don't matter. Dion, bro. If your head coach came back
put your money where put your champ chain where your mouth is, my nigga. What?
Champ chain?
What?
I
got Georgia Tech 4.5.
Hold on. Actually, I'm gonna ask you one before I do this because what?
Okay.
We got to get going. I'm gonna ask you one question. We should have did this on that Ohio State, Texas, but I didn't think about it. I give you the chance on that. Or are you not confident? You don't like?
No, I want this one. If you got Colorado, we champ training this boy.
Let me see what else I got on there because I think we agree on everything else. You know what? Champ chain it, bro.
Okay. We all get ready. First champ chain match.
Champ chain. Let's go. Dion. I got faith in Dion, bro.
Until Dion and Marshall Faulk and Warren Sapp suit up, they're going to be over there sweating at halftime, wondering why they down 21-3.
21-3. Georgia Tech.
Just watch.
Georgia Tech.
Just watch. Shadur don't play Colorado no more.
Georgia Tech.
Shadur and Travis Hunter don't play there no more.
Georgia Tech. Okay.
We ready.
If it was somebody else, any other team, I might rock with you, bro. But
okay.
Well, go ahead, bro.
Let's go ahead. We got Auburn, Baylor. What you got, bro?
Man, at first I was on Auburn, bro, and I switched up, bro. I've been on Auburn. You'll see later. My parlay has Auburn, but as the week has gone by, I've dug in a little deeper. Auburn got some things going on and some moving pieces where they're supposed to be better. They going down to Baylor. Last year, that quarterback at Baylor was a gamer, gunslinger, putting up points. Like they was putting up points, like, bro, 50. Like, he was getting it in. And there's nothing about Auburn that has me thinking, like, even if they do win, like, they're gonna be able to separate from them. Like, because when you look at a spread like this, right, that means they're really, you have to believe that this team is gonna win. You don't want to play it to 3. You want to play it like they'll win by 4 or more or 7 or something like that. I don't think they can hold Baylor like that. So I think this is gonna be going back and forth. And give me the points when it's like that. When I don't think one team can stop. When I don't think the favorite can stop the underdog, give me the points. I'm going Baylor, bro.
Okay. Well,
actually, I should have champ chained this one. This might be a guarantee.
The problem with Baylor is that Sawyer Robertson struggles versus man to man. I think his passer rating per PFF last year was like 60 versus man. He did way better versus zone. Auburn ran man at the top 7 rate last year. That's gonna be the problem. Auburn normally has a good defense. They had a decent defense last year. Their quarterback just sucked so bad, like terrible last year. Baylor D-line was one of the worst in rushing the passer last year and had one of the worst secondaries last year. And guess what? They lost D linemen and people from the secondary last year and has not got anybody that's any better. So I don't think Baylor's going to have a good defense this year. They're going to have to win shootouts. So I expect Sawyer to struggle. I think I said this in the preview show that Auburn's QB is not the QB he was last year. Jackson Arnold, that wasn't fair. I remember the first 5 games at least, he had 3 backup offensive linemen, and his top 4 receivers were out. I don't care who you put behind that, you're gonna struggle. So I'm gonna have to watch that. If you see last year,
they chased him out of Oklahoma.
Hold on though. If you see last year when they got better and they got a little bit healthier, he ran through Bama. Now, this year we're gonna fast forward. He has the top 7 O-line, so he ain't got to worry about that no more. Now, granted, if he burned me this year, I'm going to have to call him up, and I'm going to have to go nuts on this dude because he ain't going to have no excuse this year. Because he got a top 7 O-line, and per PFF, he actually got 2 top 10 receivers. He got Cam Johnson, who was a breakout last year, and he got Georgia Tech receivers Eric Singleton Jr. So when you look at Sawyer Robertson struggles versus man, Auburn's run man at a high rate, that's going to be a struggle for them. Now, you flip side on the other side, Baylor has a bad defense. You got Jackson Arnold that's about to play behind the numbers top 7 O-line and 2 top 10 receivers. They about to air it out on Baylor, and that's going to be the problem. I think that spread should be a little bit bigger.
Auburn's airing it out. All right. You bet the house on that?
Yeah. No, betting the house.
You bet the house on that that they going to be – I got to see Auburn air it out. I've never seen that in my – last time I seen them airing it out, Cam Newton was down there, and they wasn't even really airing it out then.
Listen.
They are run team.
Now, y'all mark my words. They have not done it because they've had trash cans at quarterback since. This is the best quarterback that they've had since Cam. Now, he's not Cam, so don't even quote me on that. Don't put that on no books. Don't put that on no books anywhere. But he's the best one they've had since Cam. I like what I saw on film. I have been pretty good judging quarterbacks in my history. I like what I saw on film. He can make the throws. He actually throws on time. He throws stop comeback routes before they come back. Like, he actually knows how to throw. He has pro talent, pro potential. He just got behind a bottom 100 O-line. He had backup receivers, but people don't see that when they watch these games. They just like, okay, he's in a better situation. I think that's why it's going to happen. Got anything else?
Nah, bro. We on separate sides on this one. I should have probably waited to champ chain this one. I'm confident because I know Baylor going to put up points, bro. I know what I'm going to get out of Baylor. I know, like, I'm not going to fall down where I'm out the game. Even if Auburn jump up 14-0, I still wouldn't be tripping. They'd have to get on top of Baylor like 28-0 for me to start panicking. Now that game, what, Friday?
Yeah,
They play
I think that
Friday.
on Friday.
Yeah, I'm gonna be locked
They
in on
learned the schedule pretty good this year. You know what I'm saying? It's some good games like
Yeah,
Thursday,
yeah.
Friday, Saturday. Yeah, we about to be all in. All right, we about to jump over to Old Dominion, Indiana. I'm not gonna lie, this is a little this is a quicker handicap for me. For one, I did find out that they have the quarterback. They got that quarterback from Cal last year.
Okay.
Cal didn't have a great team last year, but the quarterback, I did like him on film. Fernando Mendoza. He actually got a pretty strong arm, pretty big. My only thing before I saw this game, I'm like, who does Indiana got at quarterback? You know what I'm saying? That's why I didn't really want to touch it, because I'm like, who? But I found out that Indiana has brought back like 70% of their defense last year. Indiana had a real good defense last year, so you ain't got to worry about that. Their D gonna come to play. They also brought back what was the receiver name? I thought I wrote his name down.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. It don't matter. It really don't matter. It don't matter. For me, when it comes to this, and I don't mean to cut you off, I'm gonna make my point short, and you can figure out who he is. When it comes to me with Indiana, it's all mentality. You see how that coach get down, bro. He do not play. He ain't taking the foot off the gas. He gonna really try to punish you. Mm-hmm. And he got a quarterback that he won't now. Like, he was punishing teams, even though the schedule was weak. He was making examples out of people week to week to week. Now he went into the playoffs and got embarrassed. And when you see his facial, he don't play none of that. And he got his defense back intact. Bro, I think this is a steal, because I think come kickoff, that's going to be up to about like 26-27. So I'm all in on Indiana punishing.
Definitely. And it was Elijah Sherratt. It was Sherratt. Sherratt is a beast. Per PFF, he's a top 10 receiver. So they got the receiver. They got the quarterback. That's the only thing I was worried about. They got the quarterback. He's actually auditioning. I know Indiana don't want to hear this, but you know what he's doing. He's auditioning for a bigger job.
Yeah.
So yes. When he's gonna punish you, and that's the first thing I thought about it. Indiana got the quarterback, they got their defense coming back. He's about to try to put up 50 on Old Dominion.
We'll talk about this at a different time, a different show. He's auditioning for Penn State if James Franklin don't get it done this year. That's exactly what's going on, bro. So
and we'll talk about that later in the season. But we already had him on my best bet to win the Big Ten. With this team this year, if he don't do anything with it, I will personally go up to Penn State and walk him out of there myself, and then help them handpick the next coach, because that don't make no sense. We can jump on the next one.
So we both on Indiana, right?
Yeah. Yep. And make sure y'all note it. Anytime me and him agree on a pick, make sure y'all note it. Y'all go to the house. Y'all just shut up and run and go bet. Y'all ain't got to say nothing else. Just shut up and go bet. Y'all gonna make money.
Who you got on this one?
Utah 5.5 favorite at UCLA, over under 50.5. I got Utah. I think this is gonna be another game where this spread should be, I think, 10 points. I think the spread is off like 4.5 points. Nico, I was already down on Nico last year. Y'all gonna learn, just because you do good against bad teams don't make you a good player. What makes you a good player is what you do against good teams. If you look at Nico last year, look at his numbers versus bad teams, look at numbers versus good teams. It don't make no sense. He up here against bad teams. As soon as you play a good team, his numbers down here. With the same supporting cast, and he had a good supporting cast. So I was down on him anyway. He's at a worse situation now. He don't have any receivers. He don't have a running back. He don't have an average O-line. I honestly feel bad for dude, kind of. You know what I'm saying? Don't you? Like, he literally went from a championship contending team to one of the worst teams in the Big Ten. He gonna regret whatever decision he made, but I think it starts with this game. Utah packs a defense. I ain't gotta worry about that. Every year, you ain't worry about that. Defense, Utah. So you ain't gotta worry. So they gonna shut him down. You ain't gotta worry about that. David Pierre has the number 2 offensive line in the country right now. Even when he was with New Mexico, when they sucked, people couldn't stop him. Devin Pierre about to put up a Heisman-like game. I think, don't be surprised if he don't score like 2 touchdowns, run for 60, 70 yards. I think UCLA, and I think UCLA gonna get smoked. What you got?
I agree with you on this one. Easy. I'm gonna keep it short. Easy. Mm-hmm. Easy. I don't bet on idiots, bro. I do not bet on idiots. What Nico's dad did to get him messed up at Tennessee, and then to try to transfer to get more money just to get less money at a worse school. The man is an idiot. If your father's an idiot, 9 times out of 10, you were raised by an idiot.
Yeah.
You are an idiot. I'm not putting my money on him. I don't like UCLA's coach. I know people don't like to judge people. I did not like his press conference when he got to start. Like, it's too big for him. Mm-hmm. And with me, when it comes to college football, I love the offense. I talk about Baylor and everything. If I can count on defense in college, and I know you're going to have a defense, you got to give me that every time, bro. Mm-hmm. Like he said, Utah will come up there with that defense. So even if they turn the ball over for a couple of times, UCLA ain't scoring. Nico is not that. Now, unless I miss something, down at Tennessee, like he said, he looked good against bums. Middle State, Tennessee, he was putting them 71, everything like that. When he got against tougher teams, look at him against Ohio State, bro. Cold out. Like, that dude, you can fold him. Like, make him, I don't really want to play no more. I'm going to the frat parties later, bro. Like, that's what I expect Utah to do. They get a couple hits on him, get in his head. He's going to be out there trying to play make. I think he gets bad, man. I think they lose, and I'm putting the score out there. I think they lose like 26-7, bro.
I agree. I definitely agree on that. So this is another one we agree on. Also, too, remember Nico played bad against Bama. Like, he was terrible against Bama. The same team at Jackson Arnold, who you don't like, ran through Bama. Michigan ran through Bama. You know what I'm saying? Like, Vanderbilt put up numbers on Bama defense. So that just shows y'all, Nico not that guy, man.
And when you stop giving Oklahoma props, bro. I'm not a Jalen Milroe guy. I think he kind of sucks, and I think Oklahoma can expose how bad he really is. I am not sold on Jackson Arnold, and I know you were talking about him down there in Auburn. I don't think he can do it with the dude down at Baylor. We about to find out, though.
Yeah, we about to find out. And no, with Bama, I was more saying just the defense. I wasn't talking about Milroe. I was just saying he struggled against Bama's defense, who other quarterbacks like Michigan ran through that same defense. So that's what I was saying. That's a knock against you. And that he not that dude. All right, we're going to jump on. We got this next one. We got Colorado State at Washington, minus 21.5, over under 53.5.
Let me go first. Who cares? Pass. Nobody watching this bullshit.
I put this on the board because I really think Washington is going to be better than what people think this year. I think they're not going to be Indiana from last year. They're not going to be Washington from last year either. I think this is going to be a sleeper team. They're going to win some games you don't expect them to win. I actually think they're going to put up a fight against teams like Michigan. I think, what was his name? Jed Fish that came from Arizona. He actually did pretty good in Arizona. You see how Arizona went down after he left. Like, Arizona with McMillan and all them last year, they was trash. That was the same exact team that Jed Fish had the year before. It's hard to handicap some of these games because it's so new this year, but I trust the coach. I trust the running back. And they actually got that. Remember that quarterback last year who came in when they was playing Michigan? That fast dude, he came in, it was kind of pushing him. Like, he's actually going to be good. I think he's going to be real good, and he's a starter now. Washington actually have, and they had last year, a real good secondary. They still have a good secondary this year. I know there's one of them small games y'all ain't going to care about. Just keep this on your radar. Keep this on your radar. I would love it if it's under 21. I hate playing that over 21.5 because I do think Washington better than by 3 touchdowns. But just keep an eye on this one. I don't have a best bet on this one. I had it when the week first started, but as the week kind of rolled along, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna back up a little bit. We're gonna move to the next one, and we're gonna move to our last one. We got Notre Dame minus 2.5 at Miami, over under 49.5. What we got, Jay?
Man, I'm gonna keep it simple, man. Notre Dame. I keep saying I'm gonna keep it simple. No, I'm not. Notre Dame. They got the better coach. You know what you're getting with Marcus Freeman, bro. He gonna play sound defense. He got the best running back in the nation. What's his name? Jeremiah Love. So they just really gonna pound the ball, and they're gonna play sound defense. And eventually, those Hurricanes, I think, will break. And I'm not high on Miami. I think they overpaid to get Carson Beck. We don't know which one is going to show up. If it's the guy who was supposed to be the first draft in the NFL pick in the NFL this year,
After you're
or it's
done, I'm gonna tell you which one's gonna show up after you're done. But
or
you
if
go ahead.
it's going to be the guy we saw last year at Georgia that basically said, "Hey man, give me my football. I'm going home." So honestly, I think he at Miami because this is his last chance at real money. Because after this, I think Carson Beck is in the CFL, bro. I got to take Notre Dame, and I really don't even think this is going to be close. I think it'll be close in the first half. Once the second half come along and Notre Dame get to running the ball and the offensive line start making people like make business decisions and not want to quit. Love get a couple of highlights of people falling down, breaking knees and ankles. I think this gets away from them. I think they lose I think they win this game 34-21.
I actually agree. And this is another one we agree on. So this is the third one we agree on today. Make sure y'all run and go bet these real quick. They all gonna love it. I didn't like the fact that Notre Dame I hate these week ones when you got these quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? They haven't been in these games. They haven't played in anything since high school. So I did not like that. But what I do like is they do have Love, the best running back in the country. They actually got two good running backs behind them. They're actually going to rotate. They all probably going to get about 15 carries. They're going to run the ball. The coach, Notre Dame coach, he's the spread master. I didn't like him a couple years ago, but now I went back to look at his track record. He's a spread master. He's going to have them ready. Notre Dame has a strong O-line. They got better receivers than they had last year. They got the number 1 or number 2 secondary in the country. And we know which Carson Beck. I'm about to tell y'all, mark my words, y'all can post this, whatever. I'm going to tell y'all which Carson Beck we're going to see. We're going to see the one from last year. This reason we're going to see the one from last year, he's in the same situation he was last year. The reason he struggled last year is because he didn't have any weapons around him. His receivers couldn't separate. The reason he was good 2 years ago, they're in the NFL. What you call him, lad? What's his name?
Oh, Ladarius
McConkley, Lad McConkley, and Bowers. Those are the reasons Carson Beck was good 2 years ago.
Yeah.
He don't have them coming back anytime soon.
Yeah.
He's not going to be that good ever again. And now that we see them two players in the NFL, we know who made who. That's going to happen tomorrow. Notre Dame going to lock them down. Miami going to struggle to score. Miami have a decent defense, but their secondary is where they're going to struggle. Notre Dame quarterback Carr, he's actually going to be able to push the ball down the field. Now, I'm not saying he's a better passer than what they had last year. So he's going to be able to push the ball down the field. It's not going to be a cloud of smoke. Last year, even Notre Dame was so good last year, you couldn't stop them even though you know they weren't going to pass. So now that he actually has the arm to push you down the field, you're not going to be able to stack the box number this year. And while you're not stacking the box, Notre Dame about to run all the way up and down the field. And Miami do not have a home field advantage.
I disagree only on 2 points. Okay. I disagree on 1 point.
Okay.
They're not throwing the ball, bram. Because 2 years ago, they had Sam Hartman, and Marcus Freeman refused to throw the ball. He just going to run the ball down their necks. I mean, this guy, Sam Hartman was a pure passer that came from Wake Forest, broke all types of passing records, and he still ain't passed the ball. I don't think he's going to pass the ball. I think he's just really, even last year, like you said, what was the dude's name from Duke? Riley? Riley Leonard or whatever.
He couldn't pass the ball though. Like he cannot pass the ball down.
I know they got better wide receivers, but it really don't matter because basically Notre Dame don't make mistakes. Miami's gonna make mistakes, and even if it ain't Carson Beck, the coach gonna make a mistake. I promise you. Somebody
he gonna make a mistake. He definitely gonna make a mistake. He always make mistakes. But for one, no, I didn't say they're gonna throw the ball down the field. They have the threat to throw the ball down the field now. You see what I'm saying? I didn't say they're just going to air it out. They're going to run, but they have the threat to throw it down the field. So since they have the threat to throw it down the field, you have to back a little bit. You can't stack the box. And that's going to give the running backs more room to explode. They're going to explode. Matter of fact, ain't somebody supposed to be calling? Hold on. I got to make this call real quick, man.
Make the call, CEO. Make that call.
Can I speak to Mario Cristobal? Hey, what up there, man? What's going on, man? Why you so bad in big games?
Uh-oh.
And also, too, I got a question for you. You had Ken Ward last year, the number 1 pick in the NFL, and you did not make the college football playoffs? Explain yourself. Matter of fact, don't even explain yourself, man. Listen, 2 years ago, what was that? 3 years ago, you had the game was over. Just explain to me your thought process doing this. The game was over. You could have kneeled the ball to win. You ran the play and fumbled and lost that game, man. What do you? Why you still got a job, man? Answer that question for me. Oh, you gonna turn around this year? Well, against Notre Dame? You sure? Because me and Jay already picked and said you was gonna lose. You're gonna get actually mollywopped. Oh, you not? Okay. Well, after you get mollywopped, I'm gonna block you anyway, so we ain't gonna be able to talk no more. But after the game over, just go home, grab a brew, and just cry. Because this is probably gonna be your last season. All right, man. What? Oh, you gonna hang? He hung up on me, man. He got that mad dude gonna hang up on me. I'm just trying to tell him the truth. People don't want to face the truth these days.
People don't want to hear the truth.
They don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to hear the truth, man. Make sure y'all saw you hung up with me like that. Make sure y'all go bet this. I want y'all to bet the house on him because I want all y'all to win money when you do the same thing he always does. Sucks. All right. We got Jay's parlay coming up next.
Yeah, man. I'll put something together early in the week, man. I had the itch for college football, man. I did a lot of money lines, man. I tried to spread it out all weekend, man. I started it off with Nebraska. They got Cincinnati coming to town. They should be able to, they at Cincinnati, but Nebraska got a lot of hype this year. They got the Patrick Mahomes wannabe, but this is that head coach out there. This is his third year. He had a solid defense. He got the quarterback he want. I read that they got some new transfers in that wide receiver that should be able to separate, get loose. They keep a decent running game. I know the spread is 7. I just wanted to play it safe. I got them winning that game.
Real quick before you jump ahead, one other thing that I do like in your favor on that game is that Cincinnati played the second most zone behind Indiana last year. And Raiola smokes zone. Like Raiola smokes zone. So y'all look at those props. Raiola might go nuts tomorrow. Go ahead.
I had picked Auburn to win at the beginning. Y'all have to remember, I picked them to win, and then I turned on them. But I had them winning basically off of kind of the stuff Ted was talking about. I like the Oklahoma transfer. I like the receivers they had brought in. I know Auburn typically has a defense. I did a deep dive, and that's when I started kind of fading back to Baylor. But on this one, I put Auburn. We got Clemson Saturday night against LSU. Like I said before, I expect them to win the game. I'm just not sure they cover the spread, so I'm taking them money line. Late night, Saturday night, I got Utah, like we talked about, going up there. I just played it safe just in case a couple fumbles, a couple turnovers keeps UCLA in the game. I got Utah beating UCLA. Notre Dame, I don't even have to explain. We just told you what we said. Notre Dame over Miami. Now, the interesting one is on Monday night, Labor Day. I got North Carolina beating TCU, bro. Again.
Speak, please.
I believe in Bill Belichick, bro. I believe in him as a coach. I think he's gonna have a scheme that's gonna be able to keep this close. I see they had the most or the second most transfers come in, so he got a lot of guys he want, and he's gonna have people coming in that's trying to make it pro. TCU traveling across country to North Carolina. That place is going to be on fire. North Carolina probably that stadium is going to be rocking because they've been waiting to be relevant at football for their entire lifetime. This ain't basketball.
Remember a couple years when Deion first got to Colorado, that first game at home?
That's how North Carolina's going to be.
Yep.
I'm going to say, then you're going to have Bill Belichick's 19-year-old girlfriend over there running everything on the sideline too. It's going to be must-see TV. But one thing Bill Belichick does know how to do, if he does have the pieces he wants, is win. And even when they got him out of this is the same guy in the pros that had Mac Jones make the playoffs, bro. Even that year that they were really down, that defense was not down. I told y'all before, when it comes to me, if I got a guy who can scheme a defense, that's giving me a shot. I'm gonna take the plus money on this one. I'm going North Carolina Tar Heels to beat TCU by 7. But I'm taking money line to be safe, bro.
Okay. And a lot of people call Bill Belichick the best coach in NFL history. I disagree on that. That's another topic for another day. But what I do agree on is he's the best D coordinator in NFL history. He is hands down. I don't even, if somebody argue with me, I'm just gonna walk away on that one. Hands down, defense, he is the best, period. And so I agree with you on that one. I'm not saying I agree with the pick because I'm gonna stay off that game. I just want to watch it. I actually like TCU a little bit this year. But I do agree with you on that pick as far as the defense. I agree with you on the defense side of the ball, but not the pick. I'm just gonna watch that game. All right, so next I got my art parlay. Y'all can go check the stats on, and we'll put some extra parlays here and there. We'll have a couple every show. These will be our most confident ones, even though we're confident on all of them. But y'all would definitely have a lot of parlays. Y'all can go check out on Beach Minds Parlays on TikTok. I got my art parlay, so I move these lines. Go check these. I got Texas covering. Worst case, even if they do lose to Ohio State, per Jay, I think Texas will cover the 3. I think they can cover the 3. I think it'll be a last-second field goal. I think it can be a close game. So I think Texas can win, but when I think a team can win, I definitely take the 3 points. Notre Dame money line. Your boy Cristobal, we can move forward on that one. We love Utah, but I wanted to give when these art parlays, because you know it's football, anything can happen. It could be a referee with this call. It could be an injury. Anything can happen, so you want to play around the key numbers. So that's why I moved that down to 2.5, even though I think Utah going to smoke them. Clemson at home, Death Valley, 2.5. I think that's easy. I think they win by a little bit more, but I definitely think they're going to win the 2.5. If y'all want to take money line, y'all can to make it a little bit, like Jay did. But I do like the 2.5 on that one. Also, y'all, we already talked about Georgia Tech, and we already talked about Auburn. I went money line on Auburn because out of all these, I do like that quarterback at Baylor, even though I know he struggles against man. I don't know. That one I just like, let me just get the money line on that one to play it safe. Mine a little bit less than his. Mine is plus 1884. Make sure you all get these parlays in. We the king of parlays over here. So definitely make sure y'all get those parlays in. I'm gonna warn y'all, because one of these days y'all gonna go on this next show. You're like, man, I could have had a plus 2,000, and we hit a plus 2,700 last year on Beach Minds Parlays website on TikTok. So make sure y'all go play those parlays. Well, end of the show. These are our best bets, and if y'all really want to get money, make sure y'all go check out our best bets. We had a good run last year. We didn't have the show running last year. We had it on the site on TikTok, so now y'all get a chance to hear why we like these picks. But we do agree on Utah minus 5.5. We do agree on Notre Dame minus 2.5. And we do agree on Indiana minus 23.5. Any last words, Jay?
Always check me out on TikTok at JBay's World. Or you can look at my backup account, JBay Bets. Come check me out. We talking shit all day. I'm laying out bets. Also, you gotta check out Beats, Rhymes, and Parlay. We also I do the UFC as well. It's going in the fall. It's my time, bro. We got UFC every other weekend.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing the college football. You're gonna see our faces when it comes to pro football. And basketball start. We doing college basketball. We do pro. Just get used to us. Get you, because we're not going nowhere.
Not going nowhere.
You're gonna hit with us. When you hit with us, man, we don't want nothing. You don't even have to throw us a tip or nothing. Just say thank you and subscribe to the channel.
Definitely. And before we leave, I had to get out the camera real quick, reach down. Y'all hear it. Y'all hear it coming. Cap D coming. Cap D coming. Cap D coming. Cap D coming. We got the champ. We got Colorado.
Deion
Colorado,
Sanders, bro.
He got Colorado. He got Colorado. I have Georgia Tech. I got Georgia Tech minus 4.5. He got Colorado plus 4.5. We're gonna find out who's wearing the champ chain next week. I already know it's gonna be me, y'all. Just want to let y'all know that. But we're gonna get out of here.
All right, y'all.
We swagging out here. We got the champ chains on. We got the gold around our neck. Yeah, got the Gucci sunglasses over there with the Burberry.
It's lit now. And
yeah.
Guess what? We want the smoke. That's how we looking at it. It's set now, and Colorado is up.
Okay.
We want the smoke. Let's get it.
Peace.